Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at game number 3 between Isahara Satiini and Acer's Nerchio. This time we are on the map Antigua Shipyard. Spawning in the lower left-hand spawn position is our red Zerg player Nerchio, and also the winner of the first 2 games. His opponent over here in the upper right-hand spawn position is the yellow Terran player Isahara's Satiini, and unfortunately he has yet to secure a victory here in this series. Last game he did really well, to be perfectly honest with you. He was able to quite effectively harass, taking out a few expansions as well, but Nerchio just ends up prevailing with that A-move action and the Spieling and Fester in the late game. He proved to be quite effective for him, so last game was really interesting, I would say. Maybe even more so than game number 1, just because it was more back and forth, a little bit more intense as well. It was a short and kind of more visceral gameplay. It was exciting. Absolutely loved it. But once again, here we are in game number 3. So why don't we go ahead and focus on this. We will be seeing that frontal wall off here from Satiini. At least it looks like that is the case. We saw a little bit of red pinging on there, and that was actually from the Overlord or a drone. Where was he? What was he pinging in that direction? What was he doing over there? I figured that would have been a scouting drone. Is it this one? I don't know. Is this one moving out for an expansion, or is he scouting? There's just so much to know, and like this, like what is this? What exactly is that? All right, there we go. Finally moving down, placing the hatchery at the natural. It looks like there was no scout. We are seeing that full frontal wall off here for Mr. Satiini. So with this, you can see, you know what he did? He built that portion of the supply depot, and then he hit stop for the SCV, the stop build command, and I can show you that right here. Okay. So he did that with the SCV to allow himself to continue going through, and he finishes the wall up later. That, of course, denies all possible vision there from his opponent. And not quite the same style build that we saw in the first 2 games there from Satiini, which was that 1 racks into expand, delaying that second supply depot to get that command center out a little bit earlier. Not seeing that this game again from Satiini, so I will once more be interested to see what he decides to do. There's the hatch here for Nerchio, about 3/4 of the way finished. Also seeing that spawning pool, also about 3/4 of the way finished right now. And that extractor, also about 3/4 of the way finished. Does that matter at all? No, I just like saying things sometimes. Still no scout here from Nerchio. He is now, no, he's not moving out yet. He's still not moving out. Now this Overlord did spot the Marine, so we're assuming he now knows where his opponent is, but he still hasn't scouted out anything about him. He has got no idea what's going on now. Not even the foggiest. Still seeing that early expansion here from Satiini, just a little bit of a different build order this game. Again, we saw that second supply depot before anything else. But it didn't even really matter. He did all that pretty much for nothing. He could have gone command center before second supply depot, because we didn't even see Nerchio scout with a drone. Nerchio's still kind of chilling back at home saying derp 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 derp. I'm not too worried about what he has. All right, 2 lings in play with 2 more popping right now. Metabolic boost also just starting, and both queens coming out. So we've seen those inject larvae right away. With these Zerglings moving towards the center of the map, we'll be forcing that SCV off of the tower, back home, and those 2 Marines should be all set against a small amount of Zerglings. He's actually gonna move down to confront them. He says, "Yes, confrontation. I implore you." And here's a 3rd Marine. That's a definite victory for the Terran units. And the Zergling gets dropped. Taken out without recourse there. Metabolic boost halfway finished here for Nerchio. He has pulled all the guys off the line, and then now just placing them all back on as he continues to work up that Vespene gas. Spielings and a Zerglings meeting in the center of the map. Did the Zerglings get a kill? That is a question. It is a question worth asking. No, they did not. One Zergling has been taken out, but no kills yet for Nerchio. No damage has been done. 1 Marine sitting at the tower, the other 3 heading back home, and we will be seeing that Hellion opening, also going up into a starport, and a Cloak Banshee again. Hellion and Cloak Banshee here from Satiini. Looks to be the name of the game. Another queen building for Nerchio, as well as the 3rd base over here. And that, of course, is where that queen will be going. Metabolic boost is finished, allowing him to take out the Marine. And let's see what kind of scouting info he gets. He's not going to be seeing this at all. The Overlord scout, even if it pushes in, is not in a position to see this. Great placement here for Satiini. putting it right on this edge. It's not like Overlords will be coming in this position because Marines are too much of a threat. So the only real place that Overlords will be coming are really from this backside over here, or if he had snuck one up here and pushing up in the map. But even then, the Marines could pretty much deny the scouting. So really, really, again, good building placement here for Satiini. Love it, absolutely love it. So there it is, Cloak Research coming out. We do have 2 Hellions in play, but that is it. Just the 2. He halted Hellion production after that. Although he does have another reactor coming out, so I guess he'll continue up. Oh, maybe that reactor is for this Rax. I think that that's probably more likely. This is likely to be lifted off, get a tech lab, and I think he's going straight to Marine Tank after this. But here come the Cloak Banshees first. Let's see if he's able to do much with it this game, huh? Really didn't do too much in the first game with those Cloak Banshees. So I will be interested to see how effective this is, if at all. Well, he's already got 1 kill, taking out a Zergling in the center of the map. That also, however, gave away that he has Banshees in play. So we're going to see that Spore Crawler come out here. And there's a Spore Crawler over there. Layer is finished, so we'll probably be seeing at least 1 Overseer. Hopefully just 1, I don't think there's any more than that. There's the Cloak. And there goes the Queen. Bye-bye, Queen. Forcing lots of these guys off the line. The Spore Crawler now repositioning itself. Trying to get as much coverage as possible, but still just not enough. Ah, man, oh man, this hurts. Spore Crawler now moving into this position. This Banshee doing a bit of damage. We got a second Banshee en route. There it is. Already now with 6 kills. It's about to lose his cloak, but here's another Banshee, so whatever. Alright, these 2 Hellions sitting idly at the moment. We do have another base coming out. Infestation Pit now just finished here for Nerchio. Speedling's moving out. Looks like this Banshee's heading back home with 9 kills. This Banshee only with 2 kills. Still hasn't done too much. Hasn't even activated his cloak yet. He's just been chilling out. Looks like he's heading back home. He says, I don't want to do work. Why doesn't he head into the main, huh? Do a little bit of harass. I mean, we got some good coverage here by Nerchio, though. I think it'd be all set. Macro hatch, pathogen glands being researched for those infestors. Once more, that extra energy to allow him to fungal growth right away upon hatching of said infestors. Marines moving out here for Satiini. Just about finished that stim research. Does have some medevacs in play, so following up that Banshee harass with some stim marine pressure here. Loving the creep spread here for Nerchio. Here's the scan. Pretty much getting rid of all of it. How sad. Yeah, it's terrible. Speedlings taking advantage of the Marines not supported by siege tanks. A little bit of damage there, not a ton. And continuing, oh boy, is he going straight for the counterattack? Yes, he is. Now, we got a wall off over here. Satiini should be okay. No, oh, a few Speedlings trying to make it in. Nice positioning with those Hellions, roasting the Lings, getting them lined up. Lots of damage. Lings continue to push, though, and do what they can. Gonna be forced back now. Yeah, that wasn't that effective. We'll take a look at the resources lost. Can't see Nerchio is behind right now. Is that right? I was just super distracted by something. All right, so yes, Nerchio is behind. Carapace level 1 now finishing. Also coming out with the melee attack level 2. With the infestors in play, the fungal growths become a concern now for Satiini, so he's got to keep that in mind. The transition into siege tanks is finally coming into play here. Any drops or anything? Nope, nothing at the moment. Satiini actually just moving forward with a Cloak Banshee. And be careful with that Spore Crawler. Hello. Watch yourself. Okay. Yep. Banshee completely worthless. Did nothing. Did he kill that infestor? No, he didn't. Wow, very close though. Wow, look at that. He really, really came close to killing that. Creep spread over here by Nerchio will be delaying Satiini's expansion. Will be forcing him to kill that Overlord and then has to wait for all that creep to recede. Cloak Banshee now moving over here. We do also have a Marine scouting in that position. Here comes some Speedlings and Infestors to the center of the map. This is going to be a forced cancel, I think. I guess with the Infestors coming, it could be okay. That's frustrating though. Got to bring all of his Infestors down. Deal with the 1 Cloak Banshee. Infested Terrans come up. Fungal growth goes down. Banshees goes bye-bye. There you go. That is the chain of events that just took place. You're welcome for the explanation. We're going to see some drops. Finally, Satiini moving out with some medevac drops. Stim Marined medevac drops. Hype Tech coming through here for Nerchio. Not down at the expansion, though. That is, of course, in the main. Macro hatch building as well. Carapace level 2, getting nearer to finished. Nerchio does have control of the center of the map and also taking another base here in the center. This will be base number 5 for him. Speedlings in an Infestor, and that is some nice drop defense, to be honest with you. Fungal growth plus those Speedlings. They'll do the trick. Got a Rax and a factory building on down over here on the low ground. Also a missile turret coming through. Continuing up the marine tank production, medevacs as well. Another drop is planned, bypassing that base. He's preparing to move up here. Nice spore position though. 2 medevacs moving over in this position. Nerchio is just sitting nice and comfortable in the center of the map. However, here comes a push. Satiini decides not to actually engage yet. Also holding on to this guy. Okay, so here it comes. Move over here. Moving on over to the rocks. These medevacs moving into this position. Not a lot of action right now. Very, very dull at the moment. Moving up into Ultra Caverns. Also the adrenal glands, which is pretty exciting. Extra speed there for the Zergling attack. Melee attack level 3. Can't believe we're going to see Ultras in play. Love Ultras. Huge fan. Drop in the main. Here it is. Do have those 2 medevacs over here. Alright, so. Drop in the main gets met by Speedlings. Units converging over here. Nice fungal blanket. Zerglings. Gonna mop up everything here in the center of the map. He's got that. No, he doesn't. Oh man, Terran player just barely hanging on. He's got the reinforcements. That's going to be enough to secure that victory. Attempted drop over here. Nerchio takes care of that. And the drop in the main also taken care of. It looks like the drops weren't too effective. And while Nerchio did lose everything there, he did pretty hefty amounts of damage. You can see they're about even right now in terms of the resources lost. Lots of Speedlings, and without many tanks left, he cannot deal with that. Gets completely overwhelmed in a matter of seconds. It's going to be much better there for Nerchio as well once that adrenal gland. The adrenal gland is finished, so the Zerglings attack a bit faster. Nice marine wall. He gets hit with a fungal growth, and the Zerglings try to do what they can, but that was a beautiful placement there of the Marines. We do finally have some Ultras in play. We are seeing Satiini make a push. Speedlings now moving forward. And say hello to the Ultras. And Satiini says, what? The Ultra. I was all ready for that. Why did he not kill that tank? That's a good question. 1 tank still remaining there. Has tower control as well. That is a riot. 1 swipe. A gust of wind would kill you, sir. Beware. He could literally send up 2 Speedlings from alternate angles and take that out, but looks like that's not happening. Now moving forward, takes the tower, sees the retreating, terrified siege tank, which can still do a lot of damage. You put him in the back, get him in a nice position, and you're sitting pretty. Now, here's an issue as we continue to progress throughout the course of this game here. Satiini needs another base. He needs another base really badly. So we get some mining for Nerchio over here. He's got that expansion as well, and of course his third. He's got a 2 base advantage right now over Mr. Satiini.
Mineral field
moving out with some Marines and a medevac. He's checking for expansions. There's nothing here at the moment. Speedling meets that force, so now he knows what is over there at least. So he should be at least aware that he needs to defend. But again, the Infestor plus a few Zerglings, especially these fully upgraded Zerglings, mean that he's okay against a single medevac. If he lands the fungal growth and uses the Speedlings, once the fungal has been applied, then he's all set. Look at the spread here of forces. This is allowing Nerchio to converge once an engagement happens here from Satiini. See, that gets taken care of just as expected. And here comes the converge right now. Speedlings, Ultras, Infestors with the fungal carpet on the Marines. Nice concave though there by Satiini, and that's a lot of stemmed up bio for Nerchio to deal with, so he decides to push back for now. 52 Zerglings in production. Spire just about finished. Obviously that Hive Tech is in play, so he will be able to come out with a greater Spire. But Nerchio, the longer he maintains control of the center and forces Satiini to sit in this position, the worse off Satiini is, because Satiini needs another base. He needs another base. He needs to get that economy flowing here. Let's take a look at the income right now. Nerchio is ahead as expected, unlike last game where it's like, oh yeah, he's ahead, and then I take a look at the income tab and like, oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, he is ahead right now as expected. Once more, he does have that 2-base advantage. Now we'll be seeing Satiini now finally try to push out. Greater Spark coming out here for Nerchio. Continued upgrades coming out for Satiini. Satiini really needs this to land, and he needs to defend it. No question about that. Marauder transition to deal with the Ultras. Here we go. Pushing forward. Spieling's Ultras. Once again, the Fungo Blanket. Satiini trying to keep his units back in a good position to avoid the Fungals. Unable to do so, and now he is completely overwhelmed. Speedlings, Ultras, and Infestors. How strong is that? Wasn't able to make a strong enough of a transition into Marauders to deal with those Ultras. Calls the GG, and the series goes to Nerchio. Alright, my friends, that does it for the series between Satiini and Nerchio. Nerchio ends up taking it 3 games to 0 with some very impressive play. And even though Satiini didn't get a win, it was still some pretty interesting and engaging back and forth games. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe and check out the website, forstrategygaming.com. Thanks again, guys. Keep watching and keep owning.